merchandise. And we're going to get into that. I'm not going to hold you long. And we're going to take a look back. I'm going to show you some stuff of how I started when I was first drawing and doing some things. We're going way back, 1984 back. And we're going to take a look back. I'm going to show you some stuff of how I started when I was first drawing. And we're going to start off with talking about merchandise. 1984. What was going on in 1984? Rap, hip hop, things of that nature. So I have across the top, it says K Solo, Boogie Down Productions, Who's the Mac, Ice Cube, Your Mom's in My Business. It's funny because I remember one of my first names I wanted to be Solo. I think it was because of Star Wars or something like that I wanted to be Solo. But anyway, they made a rapper named K Solo. And then I have, can you guys see this? Because I'm just bringing this around. You know I got OCD. Public Enemy. It says Crazy J. Now, when I was making up all these names, they ended up making all kind of rap groups with these names. That's just my theory. Could be wrong. But, yes. 1984, I still have it. For my new subscribers, if you haven't looked back at the videos of, I showed you my art and some of my drawings and stuff, take a look at that. But I have characters on here, you can see at the bottom. I've been doing this for a long time. And so, with that, we're going to slide into this. And I'm going to auction this off. I am hip hop. And you have to know art imitates life, characters. This thing is over 20-something years old. So, take a look. I'm going to auction this off probably somewhere around November. If you're interested, I will leave my email, lifeskillsttp at gmail.com. You can get at me if you want to be on a list for this. So I'm showing you different stages of my art, how I evolved as far as certain things, and we're going to get into how this translates into business and how this translates into merchandise. And so bear with me, we live. And you know I'm learning. I wanted to run it from my desktop, but it won't load up. So now I understand what people's talking about with that. I think it's some funny stuff. Whatever. We'll get through it. And so, in the pandemic, a lot of people started drop shipping. They started doing a lot of different things with a lot of different things. I was already doing that. I had a couple of stores. I'm going to get into those. I wanted to run my desktop so I could show you the receipts. I'm going to show them to you anyway on the phone or whatever. Or I'm going to make a video and show them to you later. But here is a few things that I was making. I was giving these away with a very small purchase sum. I think it was $1 or something. In the pandemic, I was making these, and I was giving these away. I was not charging for those. And so, you know, drop shipping was a big thing. People, including myself, got in on it about 6, 7, 8 years ago. It's a lot different. I purchased these probably 2 or 3 years ago, before the tariffs, before all the drama, before they started taxing and all of that. And I do this so that if it does happen, I have the stuff that's already at the discounted price. I don't have to go up in it. I have it, I stored it, and then when everything calms down, I'll bust them back out and still hit the same stride. And there's different variations of merchandise. I had an Etsy store. I told you I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna show you the receipts from that. Once I get this desktop running where I could pull it up and show you right now, I have to make the video because I want to show you the receipts. So this is a Bucks hat. Detroit. And these things are over 8 years old. These are not new. These are 8 years old. I'm showing it to you in face. It's like 8 years old. I still have them. And then once I open up different stores or whatever I'm doing, go to the flea market or whatever, side hustle a little bit of money, I take these. I keep these in very good condition. People say, 8 years old, we ain't buying that stuff. Yeah, it's because I told you, right? But then if you go buy something else, you never know where it comes from, how long it sits, what it does, but you'll buy it. And you'll say it's golden. But if I tell you, hey, I've had this for a while, oh, I don't want it. And that's one type of hat. Here's another type of hat. You know they're into this Raiders out here. This now for 2025 and going on would be better, which be the flex cap. They have different sizes instead of the strap or whatever. I like Velcro myself where I can adjust it. I don't know, my head be different sizes sometimes, I think. But this is a flex cap. And you know why I'm saying this, because I looked at some of you guys' stuff and on the merch or whatever you call it, and if you simplified it, you'd make a lot of money. And they don't tell you not to use those letters. There's a certain standard of letters that look cheap, and you shouldn't use them at all. And actually, a guy came and ordered this Instacart, social communication, social interaction, and he wanted this Raiders. And this is a fairly new one stuff. I'm going to show you this stuff. I have the shop. I got the press. I got the thing. Even doing digital decals, art, and stuff like that. This is what I do. I'm an artist. I told you that. And so a lot of my stuff that I do translates into other businesses, other things. And I draw it that way. I do it that way so that I can do it that way. And you're probably saying, why I'm explaining this? Because I told you in the last video when I was cooking that I closed down a few stores. And so I'm showing you this excess of stuff, and this stuff when the economy changes and things changes and you can't really make any money to keep up. What I do is I just keep it. I don't give it away from like, oh man, it ain't happening no more or whatever like that. I wrap it up, put it up, and wait out the storm. Because it's going to fluctuate. Whenever they get done with this war, with this stuff, I should be golden, I believe. And that's just my philosophy. Life Skills TTP, power of shared experiences, what we got going on. And yes, I drink coffee all day. I remember I first came on here, I was like, oh, I think I need to check my nails. I'm an outside guy, drink coffee. Oh, you brush your teeth? Yeah, all kind of strange stuff, right? I'm transparent, it is what it is. Okay, so I showed you 1984, and I was doing this permanent marker, been washed a bunch of times. 1984, still pretty legible, still pretty clear. To 2002, 22. And what I wanted to say is during that era, the hip hop era, when all of that stuff was, I'll show you the back. All of that stuff was going on. People like me, creative people and artists, we got to make clothes. We got to make stuff for the concerts and things like that. So it was great as far as somebody who had a clothing line, who had certain things to do, because people wanted stuff like this. Oh, I got to go to the Summerfest, or I got to go to the Jam, or whatever like that. That was me. And so over the years, it evolved. And over the years, I ended up putting it into a business. Once I feel like I've mastered something or I've done something, then I get into something else. So as this started to fizzle out because of the economy and the tariffs and the import and export and all that stuff, they started to do a lot of taxing. And so you're not going to make any money if you got to pay the company that you're using for $5, and let's say you got to get it printed. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to finish talking about this shirt. I'm scatterbrained. That's what's up. Uniquely different. I'm going to raffle this off to my subscribers around October, mid-October. I will drop a video at that time when you did it. If you want to be in the raffle, just say something positive about yourself. What's up? Over here, we don't get into that. I send people packing, because they're always saying weird stuff. So I send them packing. We don't got no time for that here. So subscribers, I'm going to auction this off. I'm actually going to do 2. I'm actually going to do 2. I'm going to do this one also. CZJ Art Defined Designs. It's from my design company. I'm going to auction this one off too. I'll probably do that one first, and then I'll do this one. October, November. Do it like that, before Christmas. And I'm auctioning this off. This is my appreciation to you guys, the subscribers. You engage. All you got to do, say something positive about yourself, put it in there. You win the raffle. You have a chance. So that's what's up. Also, okay, all right, y'all. I'm back. You back? Yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about T-shirts. Like I said, I came here, I actually came on YouTube. I think it's September 5th will be 2 years. And I did a little observation and stuff, and people can upgrade some of their stuff. Some of their stuff they're trying to sell, some of the stuff they're trying to do. Being that they already have eyes, visibility, sight, you should be able to monetize that better. And so I just want to talk about merchandise and how hard it is to sell T-shirts. T-shirts is one of the hardest things to sell. Hardest. People think it's easy. People think they can print stuff on stuff. Now that they have the AI, people think all of this stuff is so saturated with it, people buy nothing. I'll just let you know straight up. they buy absolutely nothing because of how it's presented, what it is, the quality of it, and stuff like that. Like I said, I was running from my desktop where I was going to have a whole presentation and show you. I did not want to not do the live. I'm learning this stuff. So next time I'm going to make sure I do this way ahead of time on a laptop to see if it actually works and comes on and it doesn't spin forever. So I had several stores. I do custom stuff. I do original stuff. Normally people, they give me ideas and stuff. This is one of the things to the t-shirt. This t-shirt, I do not sell for $45, $50, $20. Most of my t-shirts, I try to price and market $19.98 or under $20. If it's specifically custom and you want certain things, I'm going to tell you what that is based on the material, what it is that I have to use. But a lot of you guys, your stuff, that it's going to sit there because $42 for a t-shirt, the t-shirt should answer the phone for that much. Unless it's a person's custom, family, funeral, stuff, bar mitzvah, anything, wedding. But t-shirts is the hardest thing to sell, and you want to get quality shirts and try to make at least $10 off of the shirt. Now I'm giving you at least $10 off of the shirt in repetition. If you sell 10 shirts, it's $100, whatever. If that's your side thing, your side hustle, side money, then you want it to trickle in. Like I told you before, I have many things. I have small things. They all do a little bit of something, all the way down to crypto. Little bit of something. And that way, if something happens, then I can move over there. For instance, like the job thing, they had the cuts, education in the cuts. Well, guess what? We work in nonprofit. We work in that sector of peer-to-peer mental health like that. So guess what happened to me? Hush. Yeah. And it just happens like that. So if I don't have something else, many things, then I'm going to be in trouble. And I've understood this in my life. That's the only reason why I'm talking about this. I'm trying to tell you that, also about the merch, but then also how you don't have to have one big thing. You don't have to knock them down all at once, but you can have a system of things that generate consistent flow of income and currency. And this stuff I'm showing you this reason because it's old. I told you the dates, 84, 85, when this stuff was popping, you could make a lot of money. Now you have to, you really got to solicit this stuff, and I do all kind of stuff. If you pop on the link on the channel, on the link tree, it's going to take you to, there's a store down there, take you to the store. I got a lot of sports stuff on there. I be doing stuff like this straight from the cup. And so, and just putting them together like a real shirt. And this shirt, just because it's him, I'm not going to charge you $45. I'm going to charge you $19, $98, $99 or whatever, based on the economy, based on how much it's going to take for me to mail it and stuff like that. Also, another note, when you click on this link and you go to this store of mine, it's going to have like $14 for shipping. That is not the number. I have this store because I closed my other stores because I don't like the third party. So I had to make my own store, and within the parameters of what you do it, you have to put your zip code in there, and it's going to give you the exact price shipping for that item. And I have excellent high quality stuff for very, 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 very cost efficient. I've been doing this for years. I don't do it to try to break the bank. I actually do this so people can have a lot of quality stuff. People, especially that collect all that music and stuff like that, I was making that. I had a store that I just recently closed, classic music mugs. I'm going to put that video together once again. The laptop, I'm being transparent. I'm learning this stuff, so to do it is easier on my phone, so I switched to my phone. Talked about the sports. And this is just, lounge around with a peace leather sofa. All right. And that's the merch. Also, when you're doing these things and you guys are like picking hat and you want to put whatever stuff on them like that, make sure you get a quality hat. Make sure you get a flex fit or something. If anybody knows if they're dealing drop shipping and this kind of merchandise and this stuff that you sell, you have stores, you know you can get this stuff. The more you order, the cheaper it is. And when they have those sales at discounts, you've got to invest back into your business. What happens with a lot of people is they don't invest back into their business. I have everything that I've ever done, I fully invest back into it, which means I have stuff here always where I can make up the difference. All I have to do is put in the effort and the work. I have the shop to put the hats together, the shirts together, and all that. I will do a video for that soon, hopefully, but I have to do other things. So I'm just going to take time now. This is to my new subscribers. I just wanted to touch in with you, show you that I'm an artist first, an academic second, and nature and all of that third. But all of that goes together with balance. And so, and I have another side of me that I'm going to see you. And then I have another side of me that is empathetic and emotional and things of that nature. I'm tapped in with myself. I have a lot of different trauma. I have a lot of different triggers. I have a lot of different things. But it doesn't stop me from doing whatever I think and whatever that I want to do. I just do it. I create it. I share it. I don't worry about what was interesting recently was somebody called me something. They just called me a derogatory name, and I thought to myself, well, I'm still here, and you're part of the game of the destruction. So I can't be that because you're on the other side. Yeah, you're on the other side. So I can't be that, and I just and I find it interesting that you did that before you said, hey, I like your channel. This is a lot of stuff. Hey, man, I appreciate, or whatever that is before you do that. That I am hardened to that. I don't even have any time for that. Like, how am I going to respond to that? I don't even know you. You're random and you're just on some weird stuff. So I can't entertain that. Come over here and say something slick. Come on. Yeah, come over here. It's something we can network, get some stuff together. Man, I got all kind of opportunity, all kinds of stuff. We in a digital world. I mean, all kinds. I ain't being funny. You just have to be open-minded. You have to be open to change. You got to be open to doing new things and not think everybody's attacking you or trying to get rid of you and being on this whole conspiracy thing about, and all of that stuff. It's not like that anymore. If you're not dealing with stuff that's global, on that scale, speaking of that, I think the Prez got the FIFA World Cup in the United States. Ain't nobody talking about that. They still talking about these clowns. FIFA World Cup. I played soccer for like 10, 11 years, so that's another thing. But I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to get out. Today was about, first of all, I'm going to leave. I'm going to figure out how to do this stuff. I should have the links in there, right? I'll do that next time. Something happened. But if you click on the link tree on my thing, you could go to the store. I have many different ways that you can support this channel. I sell none of this stuff. This stuff goes directly to the company. Via the company, I get a percentage of it. I'm transparent. That percentage of it helps this channel, helps it to grow. That's what this is about, what this particular video, because I'm going to be dropping links. Like I have some new stuff from Fenty, Rihanna. If you go in the store, you look at that. I'm going to get some more items that I do get a commission off of. But I try to get high quality stuff and things that are helpful. I got Self Credit, Farmer's Dog, Sam's Club, family stuff. So if you want to take advantage of that stuff, then you need to go into my thing. It'll have the thing. It'll have 4 links. If you click right there, they'll come down. You can click on any of them that you want. Next, I'm gonna put them in this chat. After this is done, I'll put them in there so that way people that watch the video can have access to them directly. I'll figure out how to do this. But thank you for your time. We appreciate your time. Until next time.